Hey, what's up guys? It's Rob here. Why am I trying? I'm not a hand model. I wasn't doing that. I was actually trying to show you guys my watch. And so why am I trying to show you guys my watch today as the prop for this video? Let's roll the intro and I'll tell you why. Hey, what's up everyone? It's Rob Balasabas here. I'm the content creator on this channel. Hopefully you guys are having an awesome day. I'm glad that you found the channel. I'm glad that you clicked on the thumbnail. Hopefully this is a topic that's gonna be helpful for you. I know I get asked a lot, hey Rob, for live streams, do countdown timers hurt or help your videos? And this is a really deep question because I know that there's a lot of different, live streamers in sort of my circles, and I get to, talk to them and be part of their live streams. And I have a live show that I host on the TubeBuddy channels as well. And so it is, countdown timers are one of those things that are, really, really helpful. All right, really, really helpful. There is, there's a really good use and purpose for countdown timers. I really do like using them. That's the first thing. So I really do like using countdown timers. Now I think that there's also a way to use countdown timers and a place for countdown timers. All right, there's a bit of a strategy because you have to put yourself in the shoes of the viewer. And so there's two types of viewers here that you're gonna be working with on YouTube when it comes to your live streams. There's the live viewer, person that's watching your content live, your show live, all good. They're gonna be, commenting and in the live chat, and it's gonna be really fun. Now, also, the other viewer that you're gonna be catering to and serving is the replay viewer, all right? So a lot of people sleep on this because they forget about the replay viewer. And so you got to also cater and serve the replay viewer. And for the majority, the most part, in general, there are more replay viewers than there are live viewers. Depending on your show, depending on your channel, depending on how you've set up your channel and everything, and depending on your audience. But for the most part, you may have, let's just say 500 viewers, that have watched the live stream. Maybe it's a 30-minute or 1-hour live stream. Maybe you had 500 people, 1,000 people, views on the live stream, which is awesome. That's great. That's great numbers. You may have more, you may have less, but just for simplicity's sake. After the live stream is done, after that 1-hour live stream and it's done, you keep it public on your YouTube channel. And in the next 24 to 48 hours, more people watch the replay, and you may have 2, 3, 4, 5,000 people watch the replay. And so as much as I think live streams, the countdown timer is very important because it builds hype, right? There's a lot of really creative things that you can do during the countdown timer. You can, I know our friend Luria Petrucci, she does a dance. She's like dancing and having fun with her guest. Other people are just, welcoming their audience. And a lot of people are welcoming their audience and then also live chatting. So talking to the audience live. There's a bit of a gap in terms of, the actual broadcast, like me recording a broadcast and doing the live stream, and when it actually shows up to YouTube, as well as notifications, and there's a whole thing around that. Usually it's about 20 seconds or so. And then by the time people get the notifications, it's about 20, 30 seconds. And so you want to have a bit of a buffer. And so, live, the countdown is really helpful in that sense. Now, my only advice, my biggest advice, I wouldn't say my only advice, because I'm full of advice, but my biggest advice when you're doing live streams, after the live stream is done, is to go into the YouTube editor and clip out and delete the countdown. Delete the countdown, because somebody that's watching the replay, they don't need to see the countdown, right? They can just bring them directly to when the content starts. And by content, I mean when you are bringing the value, you're starting, the interview or starting the talk, right? So go directly to that for the replay viewer. And it's really, really easy. You just go into your editor, and on YouTube, you go into the editor And right away, actually, let me show you. Let's make this really easy. So let's go into, there you go. Actually, here it is. So I'm using ECamm right now to record this. And so this is a countdown timer, right? So you can see my countdown timer right there. So I'm gonna take that out. I'm gonna go into my videos. So let me get out of Keyword Explorer here. I'm gonna go into my videos. So go to content. And let's just say this was a live stream. All right, so I'll go into the details. And then I'll go into editor. And this is where you can essentially delete. See here, there's the word trim, that's a button. So that right there will basically allow you to remove some of the beginning, right? So some of this beginning. So let's pretend that this part right here was the countdown timer. I can delete that part. I can also go to the end, which is actually really, really helpful. I can go to the end, and let's say I did a bunch of Q&A, right? I did a live stream for half an hour, and I did Q&A for another half an hour, right? And maybe my replay viewer, based on data, because you want to be sure that you are data driven, that based on data, the replay viewer doesn't find any value in the Q&A because they're not able to ask the questions in the Q&A. They're watching the replay. So for them, it's more important that you respond to comments, not the chat, but the comments in the actual YouTube video. And so in that case, what you can do is you can also clip out or delete as much of the end as possible. So basically, you can delete as much of the beginning and as much of the end so that you are left with the middle part, which is where the value is. This is where the interview is. This is the value. All right, I'm just gonna put V. Actually, let's write it out. Feel like I'm like using paintbrush again. Value. All right, so that's the value right there. So that's where you want to stay. That's what you want to be public on your YouTube channel, because then somebody that's watching the replay is going to go right into just the value of that content. And as much as it was really fun to do the countdown and also the Q&A, you can keep the Q&A. Again, be data driven. You want to make sure you're data driven, and you want to see if people that are watching the replay are sticking around for the Q&A, or do they usually stop watching right here when the Q&A starts. You just got to look at that. Not everybody, like, again, you got to look at the statistics and the data and see if people are watching past the Q&A. All right? So that is my advice today. I want to make sure that you guys are using countdown timers because I think they're very, very useful. It's a really good tool. It's something that you definitely want to use so that you bring hype and, you know, bring more people and, you know, be engaging during the countdown. All right, be engaging during the countdown. All right, make it visually appealing. You know, the game is people are leveling up, and so you want to make sure that it's visually appealing, you're engaging, and all that fun stuff in your countdown. Be creative. Be creative. Use music. Make sure it's licensed. It is YouTube. All right. And so that's it. So that is all I have to share with you guys today. I want to make sure that you guys are using countdowns. I think they're awesome for your live streams, but make sure you take them out for the replay viewer. All right. If you guys have any questions around this, anything around content, live streams, all that stuff, make sure you subscribe, and leave a comment. Regardless, if you have any questions, just want to say hello in the comments. I always love seeing people's comments. And also hit that like button on your way out. All right, I'll see you guys in the next video, and here's the outro.